we've seen it happen with countless bands. You know, do they continue on? Do they call it there? Right? That's a lot of pressure on them to do it. Thought they might GG. I saw this in my feed, which you guys know against something very tragic happened. Vocalist of the Black Dahlia Murder, Trevor, passed away a few months ago, I think now. I forgot the actual month. But yeah, and it's sad. Again, I personally didn't grow up listening to like a crazy amount of Black Dahlia. I always heard their name around. I checked out songs here and there. I got more into them, actually, funny enough, after I was doing my heaviest riff series. A lot of the riffs people were suggesting and that I ended up putting on were actually Black Dahlia riffs. And as soon as I got into that, I started listening to them a bit more, and I was like, wow, like this stuff's f***ing amazing. Again, other than that, I didn't really grow up with them, but hearing all the stories of people who are really attached to Trevor and how much he actually did for the metal scene was warming, but also broke my heart because he passed away, right? So that's up with that. And I didn't know what they were going to do. You know, it's such a legacy band. You know, do they continue on? Do they call it there? I don't f***ing know. But here we go. News today. Black Dahlia Murder to continue with Brian Eschblach on vocals. Where is he from? Oh, wow. Founding guitarist Brian Eschblach on vocals, with former guitarist Ryan Knight returning to the band to fill his role. Wow. See, like, I think that makes sense, right? Like, to keep it in-house, I guess. Because let's be real, like, no one can be a new Trevor, right? No one can replace him, just as a human being, of course, but also just his talent and all that. No outside member can do that, right? And it's pretty obvious that any outside member that would probably come into the band, even if they're amazing, it's just they would probably get, you know, a little shit on in so many ways. I mean, we've seen it happen with countless bands, which has been unfortunate, where the vocalist has passed away and then they get a different vocalist. And then even though that new vocalist might be fucking amazing, people will just shit on that vocalist. They'll bring up the old vocalist, say they're like turning in their grave and stuff like that. Like, it gets really fucked up, even if the new vocalist is really good. So I think that's a smart move to just have someone who's from the band already just kind of take over, because then it's still, you know, it doesn't feel like an outsider coming in. It just feels like, no, the Black Dahlia are still here as you expect, with the spirit of Trevor. So I think that's a good move. I think that's a really good move. I've never heard Brian's vocals. I'm sure he's a badass, right? But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I call it the Mitch effect because it burns so many people that Eddie. Dude, I mean, yeah, like, and Eddie's like, if you guys, any of you guys listen to All Shall Paris, I mean, even if you listen to New Suicide Silence, like, there's like, Eddie's a monster, dude. But if you really want some OG like Eddie, and you might be like, well, why did they pick him for Suicide Silence? Bro, go listen to some fucking All Shall Perish. Eddie is a fucking beast, man. He's a fucking beast. And yeah, apparently he's great live too. But it's like, it doesn't matter, because it's that same effect of no one could have replaced Mitch. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And sure, they also stylistically changed a bit, which is its own thing. But, you know, no one could have replaced Mitch. So Eddie just has to, you know, has to deal with that forever, you know, being the vocalist that's just not Mitch. I think it's a smart move to just keep it in house. I'm glad they're able to do that. Like I said, I didn't even know their founding guitarist could do vocals. But I think that's amazing. We spent many days thinking this, like, is it over? None of us wanted it to be over. We still feel like there's a lot left to do. I know Trevor would keep this band going if I went down a deep, dark path and weren't here. Yeah. It's bigger than us. When we finally started talking about it, we thought, let's remake it from within. There you go. Yes, remake it from within. See if Ryan wants to return. Okay, that makes sense. And I'll take a crack on vocals and see how it goes. I can't go out there and do Trevor's voice or try to be him. I can only execute the music of Black Dahlia with respect and try to do the most justice I can. I've heard Trevor perform more than anyone else live. That's beautiful. That's very logical too. Yeah, just keeping it from the inside. A person who knows this band knows Trevor's voice better than anybody. I think that makes a lot of sense. The time I spent with this band is the best time I've ever had out at night, being away from this is the guitarist coming back. And it's always occurred to me that being in Black Dahlia is the best use of my time. I thought about the band while I was away and realized how much value this band has. I almost feel like I let some opportunities slip being away from the band. So it feels great to be back, and like everything has come full circle. I realized how much I love this band. On the decision to carry on, guitarist Brandon added, the band must carry on, and this is the way to do it. The only thing we could do in this wake of this tragedy that honors and respects Trevor's legacy is what we're doing. It would almost be disrespectful to let this fizzle out. Trevor wouldn't want that. Anyone of fans of us wouldn't want it. This is what must be done, man. That's yeah. I mean, yo, claps on to the boys, man. Fucking keeping on his legacy. Not an easy thing to do, right? That's a lot of pressure on them to do it, but they're doing it. They want to do it, and they found a way, I think, to do it in a really smart way where, like, how are you going to get mad at that? You know what I mean? It's not an outside vocalist where people will be like, oh, this person's coming in. I think it's a really smart way to do it. So, again, I'm sure Homie's got dope-ass vocals. I'm excited to hear if they do. I mean, they're going to be doing shows, apparently. I don't know if they're going to write more in the future, but, you know, I guess they'll take it as it goes. But, yeah, that's great. Again, I just saw this in my feed, and I was like, I had no idea, actually, they were going to continue at all. I thought they might GG. So I think it's great that they're continuing, doing their thing, and keeping it from the inside. Yeah. Okay, how's this? Okay, cool.